Alright, we're doing some continuity of story type things here on Detect Today. OGs remember, did not get mauled by a bear, let me tell you. Holy cow. Alright, roll the intro clips, baby.
I'm gonna be the man who's heaving to you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more to be the man who walked 1,000 miles then fall down at your door.
It's the algebraists. They're coming. Run for your lives. Alright, it is autodidact. You know the drill. Doing a little bit of contemplating, a little bit of pondering, a little bit of deliberating. Yada bing, yada boom. We're just getting learnt on a Monday afternoon out here. Sky, very tropical. Algebraists, shit on. Algebraists, I do love you. I'm gonna be reading a little bit of this book. Abstract Algebra, first look. I've liked it so far. We're gonna do a little fireplace mathematics. Sun's about to go down. Let's see what happens. Let's get tropical out here. Bada bing, bada boom, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hyped. I'm hyped. Abstract Algebra. Oh, and I have a thing to do. I've been having trouble with you for a full minute now, and it's about to get serious. You come into my land and you start telling me that the integers I've been using my whole life, that they are no good now. Well, what do I say to that? My fathers used the integers, my grandfathers used the integers, and so on and so on. And now you come up here and you tell me, no, Gregor, you don't get to use the integers. You gotta use the axioms. Well, I say to you, you can shove the axioms right up your arse. We are no longer gonna tolerate this tyranny of the axioms, let me tell you today. I'm just kidding. I was just a little pissed off at the axiomatic development of the numbers. Scottish accents are always better to be angry in, gonna be honest. The axiomatic development of the numbers, it's a little annoying. I'm not really down for it. I'm sure it has use in the future, but right now it's kind of like, oh, why am I doing this? Anyway, this has like very little part to do with the video, just, you know, getting learned on a Monday. Also, shout out Scotland. You guys have the best accent ever. If you have any Scottish followers, you are goated. James Clerk Maxwell was Scottish. Adam Smith was Scottish. Immanuel Kant, who people think is German, actually Scottish. James Watt, forgot about that one. James Watt, Scottish, that's my hero right there. Read his biography, phenomenal biography. Fucking love Scotland, that's all. Trying a new lighting setup, this makes it easier, I don't have to set up the whole, I won't explain it. So I was reading this puppy, I like it a lot actually. It is a Abstract Algebra, a first look. It's a book, but Abstract Algebra, you get the rest. And I kinda got hung up on the logic section. I was planning on breezing right past it, because it's like, I understand logic enough, I thought, but then I was trying to, because he goes over truth tables and stuff. Sorry, really quickly. I don't want to have to edit this. Okay, really quickly. He goes over truth tables and stuff. Truth tables, you know, true, false stuff. But then he started getting into composite statements, implication and whatnot. And I had read another book on set theory. Not set theory, like a set-based approach to logic. I won't try to explain it here. But I was trying to integrate the two, because he's not talking in terms of sets, but I had this other knowledge of like logic in terms of sets. So trying to integrate the two, and it felt like I was Spider-Man hanging off the bridge, like trying to pull together that cable car of people. I don't know if you remember that scene. But it's kind of like, oh, it's painful. Because he's not talking in these terms, but I'm trying to integrate my understanding, which is kind of not perfect, with his understanding, which is kind of a different way of climbing the mountain. And so it's like, you're trying to push it together, but I think that might be the best way to think. Or it might be a really good way to improve your mathematical thinking is like that effort. I don't know. Maybe it's just an excuse for the difficulty, because I don't want it to be completely useless. But anyway, that's what I was hung up on. Implication. Implication being the same as something being a subset of another set. I don't want to go into it. And then insight I need to share. I think, where's it going? I believe that there might be Platonic forms of explanation. I guess I'm a Platonist when it comes to explanation. Platonic ideal is like, every circle we draw here is an imperfect circle. Every circle we draw on the physical plane is going to be have a bunch of imperfections. But the idea of a Platonic ideal is that there's these perfect circles in this abstract place that are perfect. But we can't make them here, but we can kind of imitate them. So there's not like categories of things. There's just the ideal man, and then there's human imperfections, but there's like the Platonic ideal of a man, and then there's like the human material plane version of a man. And it's not the perfect ideal, it's just imperfections on this ideal. There's that, and then there's categorizations. That's kind of the two ways of seeing reality, I guess. Anyway, I think there's the platonic ideal, like the ideal form, just like there's the ideal form of a circle, there's the platonic ideal form of an explanation. If you listen to a Feynman lecture, it's unbelievably insightful. So too, I believe there's a platonic ideal of an explanation of set theory, or an explanation of calculus, or an explanation of, there's just better ways of doing it. Like there's just better ways of drawing a circle, there's better ways of explaining stuff, and I think that has to do with mapping things onto our human understanding. There's certain understandings that are intuitive to us, so there's certain things you grow up with, or I don't know how exactly these things come about, but there's concepts that are kind of intuitive, and the closer you can map your mathematics onto those things, the closer you can make those jumps to math easier, easier the explanation is going to be. And I think we can just improve that a ton, honestly. A lot of explanations are not really thinking in terms of that, they're just kind of saying what the thing is, but I think that might be a platonic ideal of what explanations are. Alright, a little piece of autodidact trivia for you. What task do I dislike the most? You guessed it, clerical shit. Not a fan. Administrative tasks are just the bane of my existence. Taxes, forms, not my cup of tea. And so that leads into, I had to start this alternative, I gotta start a bunch of the alternative media platforms for autodidact, and I just been putting it off, procrastinating. I could have got it done by now, I just didn't. And I should have, because you gotta face the things that are hard. But it's 4 AM and I don't want to have to navigate all those things. Honestly, Discord is the thing I gotta create, and I don't know how to navigate that that well. But I'm saying that now so that tomorrow I will create one, and then it'll be a great time. Autodidact Discord is gonna be popping off. So I'll have a Telegram too, I think. I don't know which one will really go to as the go-to, but it's gonna be a wild time. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good time. But on this one, I just created a autodidact email, and we're calling that autodidactchannel@protonmail.com. So if you have any inquiries, email that email. Business. Maybe I shouldn't put it in here. Whatever. So now that's in this video. That is gonna be all. I'm gonna edit this, go to bed. It's already edited, but I gotta put this video on the timeline, and then we're done. So without further ado, take it easy. I love you. Godspeed, and I will see you in the next one, which is going to be tomorrow.
The